The Iran international transfer agreement has gone ahead to obviously get reached. And this guy, who is a 31-year-old player, plays for FC Porto, has gone ahead to agree a deal for his next destination, and that's gonna be next season of 2024-2025. We now know where he's gonna be playing at. Teams like Arsenal, Manchester United, Spurs, and very many others have been linked to this player, but it looks like there is a team that are gonna ahead obviously scoop his deal, and they've gone ahead to agree an agreement. Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead obviously confirm this to us. And the departure of Jose Mourinho has led to Nemanja Matic obviously trying to obviously leave the side where he has been playing for, and he is now going to play for a new team. Here we go has been sounded, and what we call the medical has been scheduled, and guess what? It's Fabrizio Romano again onto this story. Then there is another player that has gone ahead obviously coming through and obviously do the needful for himself, has gone ahead to bucket himself to the Saudi Pro League, and that is none other than Romelu Lukaku. Shocking that 6 months later he was speaking a different language, and 6 months later he's speaking a different language altogether. Is this the power of money? All these are things that we should be used to when you're listening to what the footballers really say. And after all this, the big question will be, should we take all what artists tell us serious? That is it. Should we take it serious? Because it looks like we should stop taking sportsmen serious. They make their statements and then revoke them, and they revoke them in a space of less than a year. So we thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Juma Karim, it's a Friday. Hope you're going to flock the mosques. And the Christians, we thank God for the gift of life, and we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. So let's start it off from this story coming in through from none other than Fabrizio Romano, and it states that the verbal agreement between Inter Milan and Mehdi Taremi is confirmed and ready. As reported 2 weeks ago, contacts are taking place on daily basis to proceed with the formal steps in the next weeks. 2-year contract, option of a further year, free agent deal for June. Now, FC Porto tried to convince this Iranian international, who is really playing very well at the Asian Cup, to convince him to sign a new deal and extend his contract. And he told them, no, I'm not going to extend my contract. And we all know that when a player reaches the 6 months of his last year in his contract, he's agreed to really agree a deal with a team outside the league he's playing in for. So that is exactly what happens in the Spanish La Liga, I think, and in the Bundesliga. I think the Bundesliga, it's like you can obviously agree a deal with a team that is playing in the Bundesliga, but there are leagues that don't allow you to agree a deal with a team in the same league that you're playing in. So Taremi has come out to the world, and he's really ready to obviously make a decision, and that decision has been reached, and it looks like Inter Milan is the final destination for this lad. And when you look at him, this guy scores very many goals. He scores very many goals, and at the age of 31 years of age, he has gone ahead to really have some amazing stats again this season. He's a very good player, and in the Asian Cup, to show you how important he is, has played 3 matches and scored 2 goals in the Asian Cup. That is in 2024. Then when we go to FC Porto, this season, he has gone ahead to play 15 games, 3 goals and 1 assist, meaning that he's not getting ample playing time because he has already gone ahead to show the team that I'm really leaving. But last season, when he was really on fire, he went ahead to play 33 games. He scored 22 goals and 7 assists. Those were almost close to 30 goal involvements. In the Taka da Liga, he played 5 games, 2 goals last season. And in the Champions League last season, he scored 5 goals. But this season, he's going to have to play 6 games, 2 goals and 2 assists. And he's the centre forward that they're going to face with Evan Nilsson as Arsenal plays this side. Now, they're going to have to give him a 2-year deal and a further contract of 1 year. And I think it works for him very well. as a player in the age of 30, because if he's 31, that means he's going to be there until he's 34 years of age. So for me, it works for him like a charm. And I think it's really important to note that he's really this kind of guy who obviously goes going into the right direction. And I would really fancy him to continue doing that, because by so doing, he goes to where we deserve him to be. That is Taremi. So Taremi has gone ahead to agree that deal, and he's going to be a player of Inter Milan. Very good striker. He's clinical, and he's really one of those that has all attributes that every team would want. When a team like Man United wants you, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, he was once on the radar of close to 10 teams that are really top tier teams in European football. It confirms your quality, because all those teams have different scouts. They have different head of recruitments. They have different CEOs. They have different directors of football and sporting directors, meaning that the moment they all come up with a unanimous decision of really making you their top guy or top target, it shows that you are really good. So that is Taremi for you. And Porto will be obviously mourning, because I think there are teams that were willing to sign this player in the summer transfer window, and they failed to obviously let this player go because they thought that he has a lot to offer for their team. Now, let's go to the Serbian player who has been playing in for Club Rennes in France, RC Lens, not loans that Arsenal hate to play. Now, this guy, Nemanja Matic, has gone ahead to obviously come on the verge to join Olympic Lyon. And we've been told by Fabrizio Romano that Nemanja Matic on the verge of joining Olympic Lyon. Deal in place also between clubs with Rennes, as Fabrice Hawkins called. Verbal agreement in place with Matic on contract valid until 2026. Those are 2 years from now. Now waiting on documents and signature. Here we go soon. That is Nemanja Matic. And then an hour later, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed to us that Olympic Lyon have already booked medical tests on Friday for Nemanja Matic. That is today. Contract valid until 2026. Being prepared now, done and confirmed. So for Nemanja Matic, I tell you, for Nemanja Matic, I like his resilience. At the age of 35, he has kept himself playing the game of football. And he shows you that he has not reached that level of really deciding to go out and really play for teams down in the Saudi Pro League where money is. Looks like he's planning at the age of 37 to obviously go and play football there. But for those that really went ahead to see him at Chelsea, at Manchester United, they really saw a prime Matić, and they went ahead to obviously enjoy him. He was a very good player, tall, press resistant, one of the best CDMs in the history of the Premier League, and went ahead to win lots of things for the side of Chelsea. And I think you remember the saga of how the board of Chelsea never wanted to sell him to Man United because they knew how good the player was, and they wouldn't like to obviously strengthen their enemy. And the player called the owner, that is Abramovich, and told him, I came here, I've gone ahead to do everything that you guys want. Now, why don't you let me go to a team that I want to go ahead and really play for? So you want to sell me to a team that I don't want to play for? Please, I've been a royal servant for Chelsea, and can you do this for me? And obviously they went ahead to do it for him, and it went ahead to serve a better purpose, and he joined his former manager at Chelsea, that was Jose Mourinho, and he went ahead to really be there since I think it was 2016, and he left when Erik ten Hag really came in through in 2022, meaning that he was at Man United for close to 6 years. So him being there for close to 6 years was really very important, and it really gave him a lot of vibes at that side. But now he's going to Olympic Lyon, and Olympic Lyon looks like there is something they are building, because they're also chasing in for signature of Karim Benzema. They want to mix the less experienced with the experienced to obviously take their team to where it deserves to be, because in the French League 1, they're one of those teams that are not really far off. League 1. All right, French League 1. When you look at the standings of these teams, no, I'm talking about French. Let me get for the French League One table. So Lyon is really Olympic Lyon is 5th, right? Olympic Lyon, right? Olympic Lyonnais. All right, where are they? Olympic Lyon. Let's check here and see what's their position. Lyon. Oh, Lyon is doing really bad because they're 18th, meaning that they need experienced players to save them to get out of the relegation zone, because they relegate 3 teams and they should obviously work hard. 16 points, and they're left with because they play 34 games and they've played 18 minutes, they're left with 16 games. So they're looking in for the quality that could help them really snub what we call a cutoff. Now, after that, let's wish him the best of luck and let's go to Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku is a very good player for the club of AS Roma. And remember, his manager that signed him there, Mourinho, who signed him at Man United, has gone ahead to obviously put in a very good show. And that show has come to an end, and they parted ways with AS Roma. And after that, Lukaku looks like he's looking to go ahead and really play for the Saudi Pro League. And I don't know why he has gone ahead to obviously come in through and really put this in writing. And he said, in the next 2 years, I see Saudi Pro League becoming one of the best in the world, if not the best. The clubs make a lot of efforts to bring the big players here. They are improving a lot. It could be the best competition in the world. Now, he's one of those who really turned down a move to the Saudi Pro League and said Saudi Pro League is not his levels. But right now, looks like he's trying to obviously throw a bait to see to it that everything goes as to his plan. But as everything goes on as to his plan, I think he's wise. Why? 2 years from now, he might be saying goodbye to the Belgian national team. Remember, they've gone ahead to make him the captain for the team. So, we look at Romelu Lukaku. 2 years from now, will be going to play into the World Cup. And it looks like his last act for Belgium is going to be at the World Cup of 2026 in USA, Canada, and America. That is Lukaku for you. So, this is 2024. And 2 years from now, he would like to be playing at the top level. And he's like saying, in 2026, after the World Cup, I'll find myself playing for a team in the Saudi Pro League, and trust me, there will be more money and a lot will happen. Let's not hope that it won't really turn out to be the Chinese Super League, because the Chinese league also went ahead to obviously run down because of the financial fair play rule that was really put up. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but wait and see how things really pan out. But Lukaku has gone ahead to send a message to Saudi Pro teams that 2 years from now, I think your league will be able to obviously meet my standard. That is it. So guys, your thoughts on Taremi transfer agreement reached are welcome in the comment section below. Then here we go for Nemanja Matic to Olympic Lyon. And last, what do you make about Lukaku's statements that have gone ahead to really revert a lot from what he said earlier at the summer of last year? Good morning. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. The Muslims, Juma Karim. We are.